Good afternoon, fam. It's your girl, Miss Diva Trucker, and I'm coming to you today with another week of trucking news alert. So I will be going over the stories of what's happening in the trucking industry so that you will be able to be aware of what's going on. First of all, let's get started. Hello, how are you? Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Tell me if you can hear me or see me. Hello, how are you? I'm down here in Texas. I came all the way down here to hello, Antonio. I came all the way down here to Texas to get warm, and it is 39 degrees. So it's cold in Texas as well. So anybody coming to Texas, wait to the end of the week because it will warm up then. Now it is 39 degrees, okay? Let's see. So, I'm having a great day. One of the drivers in front of me, day is not going so well. Okay. She came down here all the way from Virginia working on a account to bring a load down to Texas to get unloaded. And guess what, y'all? She was a truck ahead of me. And she came down here and she thought she was getting ready to unload her load at the distribution center. Guess what? She had no load on the truck. She had paperwork, but she had no load. She got the wrong trailer. So she drove from Virginia, the state of Virginia, didn't even realize there was no load on the truck, all the way down here to Texas. And the trailer is empty, okay? She didn't realize it until she got here. No seal on the trailer, no nothing. It's just an empty trailer. She arrived down here to Texas with an empty trailer, okay? She got some paperwork, but ain't nothing on the trailer, okay? Hey, how is Zach? Hello. How are you? I am getting ready to do the trucking news. Y'all, are y'all ready? Are you ready? Let's go, okay. She ain't do no pre-trip. She won't worry about it. It was too cold to do a pre-trip. You got to do a pre-trip every day. It was cold in Virginia. So, she just took the trailer and came on to Texas, But she got to go back to Virginia and get the load. I don't think she's going to get paid for that. They don't pay for that, do they? But see, I'm not the only one that make mistakes, y'all. It's plenty of us. No, I don't think she got robbed. I think she just hooked up. It was cold up there in Virginia. I think she just hooked up to the trailer and kept it moving, Not only that, she wasn't a solo driver. It was two people in the truck. Nobody checked the truck out. Nobody checked no seal. Nobody did none of that. And could you imagine the look on their face when a lady went to the back of the trailer and opened up? It wasn't nothing there. Not nothing at all. But let's move on, y'all. Okay, first up in the news, we have an Oreo trailer. A Fargo man walked up to a truck driver while he was delivering cookies to a local store, and he jumped in the truck and took $90,000 worth of Oreo cookies, okay? It just like drove off. Freightliner, truck, and trailer took the cookies. All right, and he's going to jail for a short period of time. But my thing is, the trailer had Oreo cookies on the side of the trailer, okay? Who does that? If you're going to get you a felony, you might want to get something other than $90,000 worth of Oreo cookies. You could have got $90,000 worth of something else, steaks, chicken, something that is useful that you could probably, get some money off of. But $90,000 worth of Oreo cookies he decided to take as the truck driver was in the store signing off on his bills. Okay, took the truck and the trailer. All right, we won't be hearing from him for a while. The next thing that we have up on the list, guess what, y'all? The FMCSA, okay, the people that make the rules and the regulations out here for us truck drivers, the people that sit behind the desk that make the rules up, such as the ELD, the hours of service, and they tell you how to run your truck. Guess what, y'all? No one on the board has held that oversees that sits on the admin staff of the FMCSA never held a CDL or drove a truck. Okay, never drove a truck, never had a CDL, and these are the rules that all truck drivers must follow. They make the rules and we must follow them. Nobody on the board has ever held a CDL license or has ever driven a truck, but those are the people that are behind the desks, sitting in meetings, and they are making up rules and regulations for us to drive and have no kind of experience on what we go through on a daily basis. Okay, so I'm gonna need somebody to write them a letter or something and ask, you know, if they could get maybe a formal driver, somebody that may have owned a trucking business and drove, or somebody with a little bit more experience that's been out here on the road that knows a little bit more of what goes on out here on a daily basis. Okay, next thing, let's see, Wisconsin, y'all. They had another bad pileup, 131 vehicle pileup in Wisconsin, I-41. There was 71 injured and 1 death. Okay, so that's another pileup that has happened on the highway. There was one where truck drivers were stuck. They ran out of fuel and everything. They ran out of fuel and they was out there on the highway. So this winter has been really bad and accidents have continued to happen. So, you know, be safe out there, y'all. 131 vehicle pileup. That is just huge, amazing. Okay, up there in Wisconsin. GPS is getting blamed for another accident. Okay, the GPS is in trouble. Truck driver has followed his GPS onto the lake of Minnesota, Minneapolis, Minnesota. The truck driver blames his GPS for driving on a frozen lake. Okay, now there was a man out there fishing. You know, when the ice is frozen, they drill a little hole and you down there fishing. To amazement, he was kind of surprised when he saw an 18-wheeler driving up on the lake. He was lost. Okay, so GPS got blamed for another truck driving accident. Not accident, but leading him the wrong way. Okay, leading them the wrong way. Governor of Connecticut backs away from campaign tolling commercial trucks. He was found that he wanted money from the truck drivers so he can help build the roads up there in Connecticut. He thought we could help out on that, you know, so he was going to charge us some extra money or some money so he can, you know, get his infrastructure project done up there in Connecticut. But after threats of lawsuits, you know, from drivers and I guess owners of companies and all that kind of stuff, he kind of backed away from that. So right now, it's not going to be a toll or increase or anything like that going on in Connecticut. Okay, drivers, we are not going to be helping out as of yet on that road. All right, let's see, over 26,000 trucks have been recalled for transmission problems. Kenworth, is it Kenworth and Peterbilt? Y'all let me know. Kenworth and Peterbilt. Something's going on with the automatic trucks. They're saying that the clutch, it could fail. So there's 26,000 trucks that are being recalled. So if you got a Kenworth or Peterbilt, you might want to call PACCAR. And all the stuff that just fell out. You must have had a rough ride down here, driver. All your stuff just fell out the trailer. No load locks, no nothing. You know, that's how we doing things, showing up where everything fell out. Okay. But yeah, Kenworth and Peterbilt, you know, call, make sure y'all go and get your trucks checked out because they got a lot of recalls. You could go on the website and find out what parts that's affected and see have you been affected by that recall. Okay, stick with a Freightliner. That's all I can tell you. Freightliners, okay, all day, every day. Get your Freightliner, you'll be all right. Let's go with the top 5 CBs. Real drivers don't drive automatics. Okay, all right, if you say so. Top 5 CD radios for truckers. Number 1 is going to be the Uniden Pro 520 XL Pro Series 40 channel. It is $43.90. Truckers like it because of their clarity, the low noise that it has. Number 2 will be the Cobra C75WXST handheld CB radio. It runs for $129.95. Number 3 will be the Uniden Bearcat 980 SSB 40 channel SSB CB radio. They are liking these radios because of their clarity, because of the distance. This radio costs $120.98. Number 4 will be the Cobra 29LX. It is $119. And number 5 of the top 5 CB radios out there is going to be Galaxy DX 959 40 channel. It runs you about $190. Okay, so if you're in the market for a CB, you might want to check one of those out. The CB that I have is a Cobra 29 LTD Classic with the pink. Okay, I do suggest all truckers have a CB. It helps you out a lot. Sometimes it helps you at the shippers and receivers. It also helps you out here if something's going on with your truck. I was notified that my brakes was smoking by another driver that had that used his CB to tell me that. Okay, so there's things that could be going on in your truck, around your truck, that you may not be aware of, and another driver sees it. They could notify you on a CB and let you know what's going on. Okay, also with the weather conditions, if you have your CB on, you can know if there's traffic, whatever the case may be. It's always good to have a CD. Okay, a CB, I'm sorry. What would you recommend for a what would you recommend for a person who just holds a permit, asking for a friend of mine, can't seem to get anyone to go? I mean, if you just got your permit, go to school and go ahead and get your license. Either you can go to a mega carrier, you can go to a private school, or you can get a grant and go to school to get your license, or you can find an owner operator that has his own authority that is willing to train you to get your license, or you can pay $1,500 to go to a third party. They will teach you how to back up and do everything to pass the test in about 2 days. So there's a lot of options out there if you got your permit and want to get your CDL. What else we got? Let's see. No problem. Truck driver arrested at rest area stop in, what is that, Bloomsbury, New Jersey, up there at the rest area. He was arrested for $150 million worth of opiate and fentanyl up there in New Jersey. Okay, what he did was, I guess he drove his car from the truck stop, I think, and he sold to a undercover cop, they say. But he had it was 2 of them. 2 of them was arrested. One was I think a 48-year-old from California, and the other driver was 29 years old from Pennsylvania. And they had $150 million worth of opioid and fentanyl. Heroin and opioid is the same thing, right? Okay. In a tractor trailer in New Jersey. Okay, so they are facing a $10 million fine, $10 million fine, and also they're going to be in jail with some felonies and all that kind of stuff. But you know, it seems to be every week that I report on the news, there's always somebody bringing in drugs to our country. What is going on with that? Truck drivers, y'all are risking y'all lives, y'all license, everything, just to bring drugs into the country, and that's why we having an epidemic as far as the drug population is concerned. Another thing, troopers up in New Hampshire, okay, they are implementing the Jessica Law. If y'all don't know what the Jessica Law is, the Jessica Law is which requires drivers, truck drivers especially, to remove all snow from the vehicle before driving off. Okay, so over the past weekend, there in New Hampshire, I think it was I forgot the city, Windham, New Hampshire, they had truck drivers actually pulled over, made them get on top of their trucks and get the snow from off the trailers on top of the trucks. Okay, Jessica Law has been in effect since 2002. It is a law that that Jessica Smith, a lady named Jessica Smith, died after ice fell off a truck, a moving vehicle, and killed her. Okay, so that's where the Jessica Law comes in effect, especially if you're up north. You are required, if you are a truck driver and it snowed a lot, you are required before you move that truck to get the snow off the top of the trailer. Okay, so that ice or snow doesn't go onto vehicles out in the road. A lot of people didn't know that. Okay, so you can be fined, you can get a ticket for not removing the snow. So they did a crackdown in New Hampshire, and they actually made the drivers get on top of the trailer and remove all the snow. Okay, so that's something that you might want to take notice. Three men were arrested in Houston, Texas for faking DLT inspections. Okay, they did 122 DLT inspections in 2 days. Okay, in Houston, Texas, 700 block of Pearl Street. If you got a DLT inspection in there should be snow blades at every shipper and truck stop, but then some may try to use it as 30-minute break zone. Yep, but that's the law. That law's been in effect since 2002. 3 men arrested faking DOT inspections. They did 122 inspections on trucks in 2 days, and they turned that paperwork in. In the last year, they did 7,200 inspections, and down there in Houston, Texas, and they have been arrested on 2 felony counts of tampering with government records. Okay, so they're asking if you got your DOT inspection done in Houston off of Pearl Street down there, that you may need to get another inspection because they have been doing fake inspections, okay, and turning it into the government, okay, for documentation. Okay, they were getting paid. Border Patrol in Laredo. Y'all know when you go to Laredo, they use those x-ray machines. They use the when you go through the x-ray machine to see if you got anything in the truck. Well, last week the Border Patrol in Laredo, off of I-35 in Laredo, we all been there, okay, Border Patrol finds through the x-ray of a semi. They find 2 illegal immigrants. Guess where he had them hiding, girl? Not in the trailer. He didn't have them in the truck. He didn't have them in the trailer, okay? He had them in the windmill of the truck. If y'all don't know what the windmill of the truck is, it's the cap on top of the truck. You know, we got a little windmill up here to keep the wind. Right up above the truck, in between the tractor and the trailer, there's a little opening back there. There was 2 people hiding up there, girl. So they took them out of jail, okay? Mexican national got charged with human trafficking. He did not have these people in the truck. He did not have them in the trailer. These 2 people were sitting up on top of the truck in the windmill thing, in the opening behind the trailer. Is that crazy? Girl, how bad do you want to come to America? Okay, it is serious. All right. But yeah, all of them going to well, the immigrants are going to be transported back to Mexico, and the driver of the truck, he had a Kenworth T680, and y'all know how the top of the Kenworth T680, he put 2 people back there. Okay. But yeah, he's going to jail for human smuggling. Okay, so y'all smuggling drugs, you smuggling people, what's going on? 3 people were killed. Okay, let me make sure I get this story right. 3 people were killed. 1 is in critical condition. Okay, a SUV collided with a semi on the shoulder. Okay, I am getting so many messages. With a semi that was parked on the shoulder in California. If y'all don't know, the driver blamed it on the hours of service. He said that he was out of hours and he had nowhere to park, so he parked on the shoulder of the road in California, and on I-80 in Emeryville. Do y'all know where that's at? Emeryville, California. There were 4 siblings from the age of 17 years old to 26 years old. 3 of them died. 1 of them is in critical condition. The SUV was trapped underneath the truck. I guess they was the police said that they was going too fast for the conditions of the road, so I guess their SUV got out of control, went under the truck, and 3 of them died. 1 of them is in critical condition. The driver of the truck was asleep. Okay, and it's near Oakland, California. Okay, the driver of the truck was asleep. They had to wake him up. Well, he woke up. They gave him a ticket for illegal parking, and also when you run out of hours, you supposed to go until the next exit, or you drive till you find a safe way to park. Safe parking is not on the side of the road. Okay, even if you see trucks on the side of the shoulder of the interstate, that's not where they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be, you know, you're supposed to be able to find somewhere besides on the shoulder of the interstate to park. Okay, they didn't say, the only thing that they said was the driver got ticketed for illegal parking. Okay, but yeah, be mindful of that. Firefighters, okay, in Oregon sent out a message to one of the largest trucking companies, mega companies. What company do you think the firefighters would send a message to? What company? What company would you think that the firefighters will have a message? There you go, Highway Exec, Swift. Okay, what do they do now, Miss Tamara? Well, and they're not the only ones. There's a lot of other drivers and companies. They don't know how, they was kind of concerned because the drivers don't know how to chain. Okay, up there in Oregon, the firefighter, 19 years old, was kind of concerned that there was team drivers up there in Oregon that did not know how to chain up. So where do y'all get that? Where do you learn how to chain up? Do they teach you? I know they don't teach you it in school. Do they teach you that in orientation? Where do y'all learn how to chain up your trucks? What part of the training is that? Especially, does that fall on a trainer as far as if you got a student on a truck with you? Do you take carrier supposed to? But I did learn in school. So what part of the training should you learn in school? How to chain your truck up, how to chain the tires on the truck? Should you learn on the road with a trainer? At what point in time? In orientation? Okay, both. Okay, because I don't think that I was taught how to chain. So I'm gonna have to make sure that I know what I'm doing if I'm ever in that situation. But yeah, the firefighters up there felt it was kind of alarming that drivers did not know how to put chains on their tires in these kinds of conditions. And the reason why it was such a concern is because they've been having so many massive pileups and, you know, people losing control and all that kind of stuff. I didn't learn that in school. Right, I didn't learn it in school. So I was just asking, you know, where is it? I know they don't have like a chain class or whatever, but maybe, you know, we all need to make sure that we learn how to chain before we get on the road, especially if we're driving through Colorado, California, and places up north where they require you to chain. They do have a chain class, okay? Don't get a fine. That's right. Don't get a fine if you don't know how to chain up your truck and you're required to chain. So if that's something that you don't know how to do, get with somebody that does so they can help you chain, okay? But yeah, what else we have? Okay, Illinois is running detail in the whole state of Illinois, and what they are doing is they are going to be looking for violators of the Scots Law. Do anybody know what the Scots Law is? The Scots Law is a law for truck drivers to move over when you see emergency vehicles on the side of the road, or when you see vehicles on the side of the road. You're supposed to slow down, move over if possible, and reduce your speed. That's the same thing. You're supposed to slow down, move over if possible, and proceed with caution, okay? So the state of Illinois is saying that they've had 10 squad cars have been hit in less than 2 months, okay? So they are trying to reduce this from happening. So what they're doing is they are going to be set up like in front of the truck or something. The squad car, you're not going to be able to see it, but they're going to be set up like in front of the vehicle, and they're looking for people that are not moving over when they're supposed to. But that's a part of, it's called the Scots Law. You're supposed to move over when you see emergency vehicles, or I guess vehicles on the side of the road on the shoulder. And it could, if you do not do that, it could cause you a $10,000 fine, okay? So the state of Illinois is cracking down on that. They've had 10 squad cars get hit over the past 2 months, okay? So if you see an emergency vehicle, police, whatever the case may be on the side of the road, please move over if you can, slow down, and proceed with caution. Let's see. All right, gotcha. Other than that, y'all, that is your weekly trucking news. That's what's been going on all week. So some of y'all have been asking where I get my trucking news from. Most of it is from CDL Life, which is online. You can look at CDL Life and you can find all these stories. You can also look on Facebook. They do have a Facebook page, so you can join that as well if you want to keep up with all the trucking news. And Overdrive is another news source for truckers. I would recommend you check them out as well. And but yeah, that's where I get all my trucking news, okay? So it's from the trucking websites that just report on truck drivers news, okay? So any questions or anything that y'all got going on, or whatever the case may be, make sure that if you're going to MATS, to go ahead and sign up for your free ticket online, because if you wait until you actually get there, I think it's like $10 at the door. So make sure that you sign up for that. Matt's is going to be in Louisville, Kentucky, and it is going to be this month, March the 28th through the 31st. Okay, I will definitely be there, hopefully, if God's willing. Nicole, Chris, if God's willing. And other than that, that's it, y'all. I'm waiting to be unloaded. Once I leave here, I will be picking up another load, headed back up to Illinois. Hopefully, will you have a booth? No. Do you know how much them booths cost? Them booths cost some money. Whatever I do, I could do walking around at the truck show. But I hope to meet a lot of people there. I hope to show you this year a lot of the exhibits of what they have, what people have to offer. Let's see, any CDL question? What's your advice for me? Okay, my husband got his permit after I got my license, and we have a 10, 8, and 2-year-old. He got hired at Cooley Trans. What do I do? Let me see. Okay, my husband got his permit after I got my license, and he got hired at Cooley Trans. Where are you, trucker baby? Where are you? Does he have to have a certain amount of experience before he could join you on the wherever you're at? And do y'all have a caretaker for the 10, 8, and 2-year-old? Maybe somebody may want to go. Do y'all want to be on the truck together? Because not all husband and wife, drive together. I don't drive with my spouse. You may want to, somebody might want to do local. Try to see if they can get local, but it's going to take a little time for for him to get local with him just starting out. But if you want in Valhalla, Mississippi, what's that's close by? Because I do have a dedicated account. Call me on my 800 number and see if I can find something in Mississippi that might be local, but it's going to depend on somebody's experience. So it's a lot of different options that you could do as far as for the kids, at least to try to get y'all home weekly or something. Right now I got a husband and wife team that I'm trying to work on. They're getting ready to have a grandchild, and they're looking to lease team. They want to continue teaming, but they need to have more home time. So they want to be able to come home at least weekly to check on their grandbaby and make sure everything is going okay with that. So I gotta look for something. They in Mississippi too, so I gotta look for something for them as well. But yeah, give me a call, 1-800-620-9235, and see about going over some options to make it work. But other than that, y'all, that's it. I don't know what happened, but what happened? Ripley, what else? I gotta work on my passport, y'all. I am booked on a cruise going to Cuba with we're supposed to leave out of Tampa. We're supposed to leave out of Tampa, Florida, April the 13th. We're supposed to have the Queen of the Road Awards April the 12th down there in Tampa, Florida. And I got to get a passport, okay? I am worried that I'm not going to have it in time, because I thought it was going to, I have one, but I lost it. So I got to re-get it or something. And they're telling me I got to have a birth certificate. I got to have my marriage license to show where I changed my name. I got to go down there to the passport office and pay this money. And it's like, I don't even have that type of time, to get everything done, but I'm going to have to do it, because it's already, what's the name of the, hey, Miss Diva, is LTI always high. They always hiring. But LTI is a regional company. We don't go like west of 35. And you do have to have your license to come here. We don't take anybody with permits. You do have to have your license. But one good thing about LTI, if you're a person that's thinking about buying your own truck, you know, you could come in and train and then be in your own truck if you want to. If you bring in a truck from the outside, you know, just until you get your experience and learn this industry. I will be starting truck driving school in April. I will be in Charlotte. Any companies you recommend after I finish? Yes. I have 3 companies. My first 2 go-to is always going to be Swift Transportation, because of the options and because of they offer automatic and manual as far as your training. They also start off at 36 cents a mile. And also you don't have to team. You can be a solo driver, and they have options of dedicated regional OTR, okay, that will give you options. They also have company positions and lease, so if you're thinking about switching over at a later time to lease, you could do that all at one company. I also have CR England. They do require you to team for a couple of months after you get out of school. They have schools all over the place as well. They're my go-to company that I have. And last but not least, I also have CRST. Each school serves a different purpose that I use each of them for. Some of it has to do with your location. Another has to do with your state. Another has to do with if you have a felony or not, if you have a record. That will determine on what school I can get you in. And another one has to do if you want a team. If you don't want a team, I'm not going to send you to CRST. Let's see. But it's a place to get your start. The good thing about having your license already, you don't have to sign a contract. Okay, so the main thing about that is just to get in and get your experience so you can move on to something else if you want to do that. If you want to stay there, that's perfectly fine. It's totally up to you, however you want to move in this industry. But if you have a license, you have a choice. You're not committed up to the 12 months as you would be if you had a permit. All my schools require you to have a permit before you go, okay? You could go to permit class, but you have to have a permit. What school can you recommend to go with a felony? I would try all of them, but the most likely I will be able to get you is going to be CRST or CR England, depending on what the felony is. But all of them will be viewed. They will be viewed every case, okay? Swift actually orders your that's fine. I mean, if you feel like they're the bottom of the barrel companies, that's your opinion, that's fine. People need to get their experience. They do not hold burglar bars on the company. You can leave at any time. They do ask you to sign a commitment if you're doing a permit. But if you already have your license, you're free to go once you get your training, okay? It's about getting in. Those are just the only schools that I have, okay? There are a lot of schools out there, okay? Don't just take the 3 that I have and think that's it. That's not the case. There are hundreds of schools out there. But if you're calling me and you're asking me about what schools I have, those are the schools that I have. And it's about getting your foot in the door. It's about getting your experience, and it's about paving the way. You got to do the work. Nothing is easy out here, and you got to start from somewhere, okay? So with that being said, can you be my if you're a female, and you got your license, I can be your trainer. If you got your permit, we don't accept, we don't have a school. Felony is drug related, process charge, yes. That's why there are a lot of companies out here that will give you a chance, but when you have a record, those companies are slim and few in between, and it's about getting your foot in the door. So if you want that opportunity to get your CDL and move on from there, those are the companies that I have. felonies, misdemeanors. Yeah, there may be a time period. You know, I just got someone approved the other day that was on probation, okay, but he got an opportunity to work where nobody else would give him an opportunity. He has an opportunity to go to school, get his CDL, and have an income coming in. So if you want to fault them for that, then okay, but they're giving them the opportunity to get their foot in the door where a lot of people are closing the door in their face. So when people say to me that, okay, this is the worst company that you can go to, well, there's a lot of companies out there that won't even give people the opportunity to even put in an application or get approved. Okay, so can you repeat what Miss Far? But yes, if you have these type of things that's going on in your life and you want to make a change out here and get your CDL and create your own opportunity out here, start somewhere. I'm not saying that you have to go to any of my schools that I have, but when they close the door, when they tell you no, when they won't give you a reason or why they turned you down, then give me a call. Okay, they lined up out the door over here. Okay, let's see. Big M is on Blue. Big M is on Blue Mountain, Mississippi. What does that mean? I paid the way for all the women drivers out here. I've been out. Oh Lord, you know what that means?
Please report to the window clerk in Central Transportation.
Woo! Yes, Lord. You know what that means? Y'all know. Yes, Lord. I gotta go, y'all. I'm on my way. Here I come. I'm on my way. You ain't gotta tell me twice. We gonna cut this conversation short because I got to go. I'm coming. Let me put on my shoes. Y'all, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Ladies, look. Y'all see my nails? Y'all like them? See if I can see it. Pink master steering wheel. I gotta go. Okay. Love y'all. Talk to y'all later.